Country crime shaping up to be a major issue in Georgia's governor's race. Republican incumbent Governor Kemp about 5 points ahead of his Democratic challenger Stacey Abrams in the latest Real Clear average. Both are outlining their plans to try and keep that state safe. Governor Kemp is my guest now. And sir, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Bill.
This is one of the most watched races in the country, a rematch from 4 years ago. Here is an ad that you just put out hitting Stacey Abrams on a defund the police message.
Would Abrams defund the police?
We have to reallocate resources, so yes.
Fewer cops, more crime. Stacey Abrams is wrong and dangerous.
It goes on from there. She responded in the following statement. She's a House Democratic leader. I worked across the aisle with the former Governor Nathan Deal to pass criminal justice reform in Georgia, a multi-year bipartisan effort that the current governor irresponsibly disbanded. As violence continues to rise across the state under his leadership, we must recognize that in order to achieve public safety, we must also invest in criminal justice. We cannot punish our way to safety. It doesn't work. It never has. Reaction to that, Governor, is what then?
Hey, look, that's just some good old political spin right there, Bill. She didn't want to address her own words that she said she would defund the police. That is not the camp that I'm in. Last year, well over a year ago, we passed legislation to keep rogue local governments from defunding the police. I'm the guy that ran on going after street gangs 4 years ago. We've been doing that. Since I got in office, I've had to deal with other local elected officials at the Democratic level in the city of Atlanta and other places that wouldn't go after violent criminals. So now the state has stepped in and started doing that. Thankfully, we have local leaders now that are in that fight with us. Georgians want somebody that's going to keep their community safe, and that's what we've been working toward every day, and thankfully now we're pushing others at the local level to join with us to do just that.
Well, in the city of Atlanta, you know it's topic number one. Back to this poll. You're up 5. Do you believe it?
I'm not worried about any poll till Election Day. You know, my thought and process for our team, for Marty and the girls, is that we get up every day just trying to win that day. We're going to do that today. We'll do it tomorrow, all the way through November. But we have got to make sure that Stacey Abrams is not going to be our governor or our next president. That would be a threat to really the great things we've been able to do in Georgia, the great state that we live in. She says it's not. I believe that it is. And that's why we're in a fight for the soul of our state right now. That's why we're working so hard to make sure that doesn't happen.
Let me ask you about last night. Mike Collins was a winner easily over Vernon Jones in Congressional District 10 that we showed viewers about 15 minutes ago. Donald Trump got behind Jones, and Jones got wiped out. Why do you think it appears that Donald Trump's doing really well in a lot of these primaries in different parts of the country, not so much in Georgia? How come?
Well, I think here all politics is local. I mean, look, Mike Collins' dad, Mac, was a good friend of mine. He served in Congress. His mom, Julie's just a great Georgian. Mike's running that district before. He's a true conservative. He's been involved in Republican politics at the local grassroots level. He's a small business owner, and I think that's what people resonated to in the 10th Congressional District, and he's going to do a great job in Washington for us.
Did you back Collins because of that, or because Donald Trump went with the other candidate?
No, look, President Trump had endorsed other candidates around the state and in a lot of other races, and that's certainly his right to do that. I backed Mike because Marty and the girls and I, we live in the 10th District. I've known him and his family for a long time. I felt like he was the true conservative in the race that's been involved in the grassroots movement. He understands the district. Plus, like myself, a small business owner for 35 years, I believe that's what we need in Washington, D.C. You know, it's just like what President Biden's trying to do right now with gas prices. It's not fixing the underlying problem. We need to send somebody like Mike Collins, who deals with that every day, owning a trucking company up there, to bring some sanity to Washington, D.C., like we have here in this great state.
Well, Collins would likely win that district. It's pretty red. Sir, thank you for your time. We'll watch it in the next 5 months. Kemp, the governor of Georgia. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.